One of these days I'll actually show a workout that I do during the daytime, because I do that sometimes, but for some reason it's really difficult for me to get in the right filming attitude and mindset. You know, the camera character. It's difficult for me to put that hat on, the character hat on, when the sun is still out. The personality that you know as myself, which honestly I know as myself, really only comes out during the nighttime. During the day, I'm just kind of like a bleh. I took a public speaking class, I think my second semester of college, maybe third, I don't know. But one of the things they taught us in that class was all about trying to avoid using those filler words like and so, and you really prolong them, and you can really tell when somebody doesn't really know what they're trying to say or what they want to say, because they'll use a lot of those filler words. And lo and behold, I use a lot of them, because for the most part, when I turn on this camera, because when I turn on this camera, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, what is going to come out of this thing on my face. I like to call a mouth. I don't know until it just comes out. And then when I go to edit it, I either decide, wow, I can't believe I said that, or I think, that's somewhat endearing, I'll leave it in. Sipping on the Volcano Burst, we're going to do legs. Which you might be thinking, Parker, shouldn't you be doing chest and back today? Because for those of you that are following the chronological order of my workout split, yesterday, or the last video, I did shoulders and arms. The video before that, I did legs. Well, right now I'm kind of uploading these every other day. At least that's what I'm going to start out doing. I might progress to every day. We'll see. But yesterday, I decided to do chest and back without filming. Yeah, I know. Just a workout all to myself. Mainly because I actually went during the daytime. It was like 2 p.m. And there was a lot of people there that I didn't recognize. There was a lot more people there in general than normal. And I just kind of was like, I'm not really in the mood to bust out the camera in front of these strangers. It's a lot different when I go at this time of day, or time of night, really, when, it's the same 2 or 3 people. And it's like, although I haven't said a word to them, I feel like there's some kind of unspoken bond between us, where it's like, I say that a lot too. I say like a lot too. And I'm really trying to stop doing that, because like just is a signal, to me at least, of like, God damn. It's a signal of unintelligence, of a lacking vocabulary, which I like to say I have a pretty good vocabulary. But when you use like a lot, or in between sentences or thoughts, it makes you sound immature. It makes you sound illiterate almost. So I'm trying to stop doing that. What was I talking about though? Oh yes, the people in the gym that I go and film around and amongst. I feel like there's an unspoken bond between us, where when they see me, they know, okay, this kid's gonna throw up his tripod, he's gonna talk really, really loud, abnormally loud, because he has music blaring in his ears, so he can't even hear the volume that he's talking at, but it's okay because I have my own music in, so I can't even hear him anyway, and I'm just gonna ignore him, and we're gonna go about our business, and all is gonna be well and good in the world. That's kind of the relationship that I feel like I have with the people that I see at the gym day in and day out. So I wasn't comfortable filming yesterday because I went at a different time and there were different people, and I wasn't really trying to, start a whole new relationship at that time. So I'm sure that was interesting to you. This hoodie I'm wearing isn't even my hoodie. It is a friend of mine's that it got mixed up with my clothes, and it's a little smaller than I care to admit, so I looked a little bit silly, because it's clearly like half a size too small, because you know how ginormous I am. But I'm wearing it just mainly I like to look at myself wearing different things every now and then. Makes you feel like you're doing something a little more exciting than the same mundane stuff you do every day. When you throw on a new piece of clothing, it makes that day feel just a little bit more special, which is why I like to buy new clothes a lot. I could care less for jewelry, video games. What else do people buy with money? Candy. I don't know. What are people my age buying with their money other than clothes? I don't know. Okay, well that's all that's new for me. That's all I really can think about right now to talk about. So I guess I'll see you at the gym for a leg day. I like to start off every one of my leg workouts with hamstrings. I don't really know why. I think I heard it in like some video somewhere many years ago. Because I would used to start out with leg extensions, but apparently that's bad for your knees. I don't know, man. I kind of just go off anecdotal evidence and also what sounds interesting to me at any given moment. I don't know how invested you folk are in podcasts, the podcast game, but I'm a big fan of podcasts. And I've been listening to this newest Lex Friedman podcast episode with this guy named Michael Cox, I believe is his name. He was FBI's most wanted, not embezzled, but like did insurance and mortgage fraud, real estate fraud, made like $55 million on it over the course of many years. And it's a 6-hour long podcast. And he's essentially just retelling his entire story of how he did it. And it is one of the most enthralling conversations I've ever listened to. Shortest 6 hours of my life. I mean, I'm not even done with it yet, but it's been so interesting and I highly recommend. Throw it on when you're driving or something. Just kind of makes me want to start, starting a life of crime and taking out 6 mortgages on a house and then forging documents to make it seem like that house is worth more than it really is. So that way when I get the mortgage on it, I get a lot more money than the house is actually worth. That's essentially what he did. Super, super cool. This is by far my favorite leg press or favorite leg like squat machine. The depth you get is crazy and it's a killer quad burner. Probably not the best for hamstrings. It's kind of similar to like a heel elevated squat, but I like it. It's my favorite one to do. I feel the strongest on it also. But in this podcast with this guy, he's talking a lot about the subject of cooperation, because that's essentially what prevented him from spending 55 years in prison or whatever his original estimated time in was, to I think only spent 15 years or something, which only 15 years. But throughout the conversation, they talk a lot about the topic of cooperation and witness protection and snitching per se, and kind of made me think yeah, I mean, I guess snitching is bad, but if I'm being completely frank, I've never really considered that to be that bad of a thing. I remember I got in trouble once because someone convinced me to put the middle finger up when I was 8. I didn't know what it meant, but they kept pushing me to do it. They're like, Parker, do it. And I thought it was so funny, or they thought it was so funny. And I was like, I don't get it, but I'm I'm gonna keep doing it because I want friends. And then eventually I got in trouble. But on the topic of snitching in general for an actual criminal offenses, if you were a witness or part of a greater scheme, if snitching is gonna prevent me from spending an extra 15 years in prison, you better believe I'm okay, what good does it do? Okay, yeah, people might think you're a better guy, but what good does being a better guy do for you when you're sitting in a jail cell for the rest of your life? I mean, it's ridiculous logic. Oh, wow, you're such a morally high person that you're really gonna sacrifice your own life just because of some moral code? I guess I don't agree with the concept of snitching on someone if it doesn't benefit you in any way. If you're just snitching for the sake of snitching, if it's not affecting you, then I don't see the point in it. But if giving up some information about somebody is gonna help you in your situation, then every man for himself. Now, having said that, let's hope I don't find myself in a pyramid scheme someday and that everybody knows, hey, Parker likes snitches. If you want to hear something funny and also weirdly just amazing, it shouldn't be as good as it is, I recommend listening to this Baby by Justin Bieber cover by the band Geese. Heard about it through Anthony Fantano, who's a music critic on YouTube. But he put me onto this, and it's actually I'm kind of obsessed with it. If you're watching this right now and you're not
following my Instagram, I need you to go over there and press that button for me, because I am 24 followers from hitting 1,000 followers on Instagram. And once I hit 1,000 followers, I will be doing a 1,000 push-up little video where it's like a little Instagram reel where I'm gonna do 1,000 push-ups. It's probably gonna be a pretty boring video, but kind of just ready to get that out of the way. So like if we could just, you know, hit 1,000 followers and then I can just do the video, I wouldn't have to think about it anymore. You ever heard the funny saying that Japan is the white Wakanda? Like it's like the motherland for like quirky, artsy white people is to go to Japan. White Wakanda. I thought that was comical. All right. You wanna know something I got a real problem with? People that wear Crocs, Birkenstocks, or really any kind of sandal, the Hey Dude, like slippers basically, to the gym. Or like, I gotta stop saying like, dude. But you know what I'm talking about? The kind of people that would just like roll up to the gym in sandals or Crocs. I mean, Crocs I can kind of get, but like Birkenstocks with the socks, or slides, or the Hey Dudes. It's like, come on, dude, have some respect for yourself. Jesus Christ. Like, I don't care if you're lazy or they're comfortable. Like, one, there's no support with those kind of things. So like, you're just kind of limiting the amount you can push if you're doing a leg day in them. And also, you look stupid. All right, we're getting intimate now. I'm gonna leave nothing to the imagination with this exercise. I'm gonna make you feel like we're intertwined. Flip it around. I think for this exercise, there's only one song that's appropriate. Oh, it's too heavy. Or is it? Made those hips work, baby. Put that watermelon in there. Back of my throat. All right, starting to feel a little bit too feminine at the moment. We're gonna change up the song, do something a little more appropriate to my demographic. So, you don't get the look. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That's fine. Okay. All right, enough of that. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Actually, wait, I'll play that song. Let's play that song. Let's get down to business. Fucking, the Eminem song called, yeah, you know the song. You know the song. There we go. Hey, yo, also, what's the deal with this Kanye West album? Is it ever dropping or what? Like, for real, though. Bad girl. Bad girl. Bad girl. I'm a dirty bad girl. How would you feel about glute progress pics for my female audience? Actually, dude, if there's actually any, or homosexual audience, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're homosexual. I think at one point my female demographic was like 35%, 40%, but that was probably because during that time frame I had a really big spike in shorts views, and I guess my shorts are a little more gender neutral, I don't know, but pretty sure everyone watching this is a dude, which is cool. I like dudes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude. In my head, I think of being like super funny, but then I go back and I watch the footage over and I'm like, wow, Parker, you were an absolute imbecile. Imbecile. Okay. Next up in the queue, we got Dua. I wish I could turn off the music in this gym because last 2 videos I've gotten demonetized from I've been robbed of my 35 cents that I make off each one of these videos because of the music playing in the background over the gym speakers. And since these clips are generally pretty unedited and much more just kind of like uncut, if the video detects more than 5 seconds of copyrighted music, it flags it real quick. Even if like you're talking over it, it can still hear it. So instead of making $12 a month off these videos, I'm making nothing probably. Want to hear something really crazy? Listening to a podcast the other day, podcast again. Forget who it was. It was some kind of fitness influencer. I forget who exactly it was, but they were talking about Lord Almighty, Mr. Sam Sulek, and they were talking about basically how much money he makes. Oh, I think it was I know who it was. It was Mike Thurston and Chris Williamson, Modern Wisdom podcast. There was a clip, and he was talking about basically how much ad revenue they were estimating Sam Sulek makes from his YouTube videos. And I guess I knew it was a stupid amount. I don't know if you really care about this because money, whatever, but I thought it was pretty jaw-dropping, basically. So they were estimating that Sam Sulek is pulling in about quarter of a mil just solely off ad revenue a month, which I know sounds crazy, but if you think about it, in general, if you get a video with about 300,000 views, that's gonna pull about, and the average watch duration is probably an average of, let's say 5 minutes. 300,000 views, average watch duration of 5 minutes. That video is probably gonna pull in, assuming there's no copyright, anything, you're not sharing any monetization because for whatever reason, probably gonna be about $2,500 to $3,500. Call it $3,000 to $4,000 off 300,000 views, average view duration of 5 minutes. Now, if you multiply that by 30, since he's posting a video every single day, and some of these videos are getting 1 million views, some are getting maybe a little bit less, it adds up very fast. Oh wait, never mind, I just did the math. $3,000 times 30 is 90,000. I don't know where they got 250,000. Well, probably because most people are watching more than 5 minutes. The longer you watch, the more amount of money you're gonna make per that video, the longer people watch. So podcasts or long form content is generally a lot more profitable because the more time people watch, the more ads are being thrown at them. Let me know if this stuff is interesting to you. Maybe you already know about this stuff, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't really acknowledge how much YouTubers make. And also, okay, well actually, let's scratch that. I'm gonna disregard whatever figures I just said about Sam. However, he's making a lot, okay? A lot of money. And that's completely disregarding any kind of whatever his deal with, I think he only has one brand deal or sponsorship with that supplement company, Hostile, I think it's called. I mean, they're probably paying him a salary or something, or he also probably has an affiliate code with them, so he's got, dude, the amount of money this guy's pulling in, and just also, it's, song is this, oh my god, terrible song, sorry. All this to say, I think it's pretty impressive how much money he's making, but also like how normal how he hasn't changed his video style. He hasn't like he hasn't upped the production style. I mean, I guess he got a fancy camera, I think, at some point, but it is quite commendable, I gotta say. I look up to the guy. Although I don't agree with using steroids at that young of an age, because I think he's my age. He's 21, 20. I mean, he's my age, so I don't really agree with that at all, but I do think he's cool. Okay, for my last set of this leg extension, I'm gonna do a little compound set, a little superset, drop set type thing that I used to do. Basically, you do single leg, pretty lightweight, and you're gonna do 7 reps. 7 reps one leg, 7 reps the other leg, and then you can drop it, put it to kind of like medium to heavy weight, and do 7 reps of both legs. So like this, here we go. Oh, that's too heavy. Hold on. 6, 7. Drop it, switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm at 70 right now, 70 for the single leg. Then I'm gonna go to 130 for both. I'm gonna do 7. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah, that's killer. Well, that was awkward. I just accidentally walked into the area where the posing mirror was, but there's also like a sauna in there, and I walked in there and I was like about to start filming, but then I looked to my left and there was a bunch of dudes sitting in the sauna. So that was not a highlight, that's for sure. I'm gonna hit some abs. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this workout. I really need to work on my ankle mobility. My ankles be like hurting and stuff. All right, see you in the car.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow. I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's her number. Psych, that's the wrong number. Sweet dollar tea from McDonald's. I drink that. Super hot fire. I spit that. 2.5 Men. I watch that. That's all there is to it. That, my friends, is how you get yourself a girlfriend, which actually is a good segue into, I think, my little car talk for the way home. I don't know if it's not obvious already. I do not have a girlfriend. If I did, I probably wouldn't be making these videos. But I think making these videos, in a way, you are my girlfriend. And don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Strictly parasocial girlfriend relationship, okay? I don't want you getting all handsy with me. But yeah, I mean, basically where I'm coming from is, if I were to have a girlfriend, I think the amount of time that I would spend per capita, no, not per capita, that's not the right word, just sounded right in the moment. The amount of time that I would spend probably on an average week communicating with said hypothetical girlfriend is probably pretty close to the amount of time that I spend addressing my cell phone camera. So, by the transitive property, for the time being, you are my girlfriend. Now, having said that, I expect good morning texts, midday/evening text, or midday/afternoon text. How's your day going? What'd you have for lunch? That kind of stuff. And then I expect minimum 4 FaceTimes per week at night, breaking down, debriefing everything that you did in your day. Then I expect a good night text, and then, repeat the next day. Good morning, love you, babe, hope you have a good, that kind of stuff. I expect that from you now. And now you might be thinking, well, Parker, how am I gonna do that? I don't have your phone number, which leads me to my next point. My phone number is, I'm just kidding. Although you're welcome to DM me on, callback, Instagram, where if you're not following me already, I'm gonna need that to happen. Because 1,000 Instagram followers, in my mind, that is making it. when I was like, whatever, fucking 9 years old, whenever I made my Instagram account, when Instagram was hot on the scene, hot off the press, I made that Instagram account and I said, Parker, one day you're gonna get 1,000 followers. I said this. This is permanent. This is my permanent record. This is actually gonna be on my gravestone. Parker, if I ever hit, or no, the day I hit 1,000 Instagram followers is the day I become a man. This is what I said when I was 9 years old in 2000 and... How old was I in 2009? Or no, how old was I when I was 9? Or no, I was 9. What year was it when I was 9? See, I was born in 2003, 2011. There we go. And look at that. Parker just got cut off. That is a bummer. Oh, no, he's not, because he's about to do an illegal move. Beep boop. Done. Did it. Actually, for legal purposes, that was not legal if you're a police officer watching this video. However, I do want to say that is the benefit. If I were to do an illegal move, if I had, that would be because it is late at night. That is one of the benefits of going to the gym at night. Traffic laws do not apply. That is on my gravestone as well. That quote right there. Quote me on that. All right. Anything else? Anything else on the agenda for the chat tonight? I did lock in, hopefully locked in, fingers crossed, a workout with another one of my pals. He's been in a video before. He's very large. My old roommate from freshman year of college. We're gonna post up for a leg workout on Monday. Today is Thursday. Today's Thursday. Oh shoot! New music is dropping in 17 minutes. It is 10:43 p.m. That is exciting. I don't think anything actually is dropping tonight though. I think a Lil Dicky album is dropping. Well, it's not even an album. It's the soundtrack from his TV show, Dave. Lil Dicky, you know him? Pretty cool guy. The TV show, if you haven't seen it, Dave, it's hilarious. I highly recommend. I've watched all 3 seasons so far. Been keeping up with it. It's really, really good. Highly recommend. I think he's dropping the kind of like album that goes along with the show tonight, so that's fun. But other than that, that's all I'm doing for tonight. Gonna go home, probably make my classic bowl of oatmeal for dinner, which is a little bit depressing if you think about it. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, I'm gonna edit this, then I'm gonna go to bed. Then I'm gonna go to bed. All right, I love ya, girlfriend.